In the late 1970s and all throughout the 80s, we had this crazy epidemic, this pandemic, this feardemic called backmasking. Now you may ask yourself, what the heck is backmasking? It is the technique of you recording something, and when you play it backwards, it gives you a hidden message or a message that can only be heard as it's played in reverse. Now many parents, many religious organizations, many teachers, so on and so forth, were afraid, and there was this fear that there was a lot of satanic messages being backmasked into a lot of tracks and songs. Some people believe that some of these messages were about Satanism, drugs, death, suicide, and this controversy was known as the backmasking panic. Now, we do have examples like the Beatles using this for more experimental aspects. For example, songs like Rain. Other artists used it more for psychedelics and just weird drug effects. Experimental, let's use the word. They used it for experimental aspects. Now, an important note is that this was used just for experimenting, not for hidden messages or hiding subliminal stuff to manipulate and convey evil things for people to do. Now we are going to talk about some famous songs that have this backmasking aspect of it. But before I begin, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel, tell your friends about this video, and grab some snacks, turn down the lights, and let's have a really cool spooky time. Led Zeppelin and Stairway to Heaven. One of the most famous accusations involved Led Zeppelin. I'm not even surprised. Critics claim that the song Stairway to Heaven had satanic subliminal messages being played backwards. Some listeners claim that they heard some satanic references when it was being played backwards. Number one is, why are you playing things backwards? Like, are you really trying to find something? Because if you're trying to find something, you will find something. Being fact or fiction, your brain is gonna create something. And to make it even more interesting, a lot of religious groups took whatever evidence or whatever claim of evidence that there was and just mass produced this note of like, Stairway to Heaven, satanic, satanic, satanic. Now, I will say, I cannot confirm or deny if Led Zeppelin practiced Satanism or any kind of occultist stuff, which, if you know my boy Jimmy Page, he was kind of involved with a lot of these things. But now there's a specific part of the song that if you reverse it, it will say, "Here's to my sweet Lord Satan," or "Here's to my sweet Satan." Again, if you really put your mind to it, you're gonna find something, you're gonna hear something. But there's this thing called pareidolia, if I'm not mispronouncing that word, which simply means what I was saying. Your brain creates sounds and patterns that are not really there. So when people are told to listen for something, your brain fills the gap and creates what you were told to hear. Now there's another thing that was happening in the 80s, that is the satanic panic, where somehow there was this fear that Satanism was being invasive or invading your kids' daycare, school, churches, sports teams, and all these things. So yes, people started protesting games like Dungeons and Dragons, heavy metal music. And honestly, I think music was the biggest, if not the only really credible, you can say, target of this whole satanic panic. Parents worried that if their children was listening to rock music or metal music, they were going to be influenced by Satan to do a lot of mischievous things, being either hurting others or hurting themselves. And long and behold, church groups started holding large seminars teaching parents how to protect their kids from this whole satanic panic influence over them. Another example was the Judas Priest trials.
The reason that we are here doesn't exist. The fact that there are supposed to be subliminal messages on this record has had to get this band get on a plane in England and fly all this way to Reno, Nevada, and to sit in a courthouse and eventually show that there are absolutely no subliminal messages on this particular song or record or any of Judas Priest's records that we made today.
Which pretty much is that there was one of the songs that claimed to say do it, and it just really pushed two teenagers to attempt suicide.
Ruled that the metal band's music was not responsible for the suicide death of two young fans. Guitarist Glenn Tipton was not surprised.
Now the song is Better by You, Better Than Me. And this song was in the album Stained Class. Two young Nevada men claim that they did a suicide pact because of listening to this album day in and day out. Their family sued Judas Priest because they claim that this song and this album triggered this act.
Better by you, better than me. You can say what I only can see.
Thank you. Is the exhalation of breath?
Yes,
Is that a normal part of your singing?
that's the way I've always sung. That's just my style.
Is there some effect that has for the aesthetics of the song?
It's just the way it's performed, you know, the emotion involved and the feeling that you give out when you're singing it.
Are there subliminal duets on the Better By You, Better Than Me song?
Absolutely not.
After 2 weeks of testimonies and audio analysis, the judge dismissed the case, ruling the supposed message just an audio coincidence that doesn't even exist. I think the best part about this is that the singer Rob Halford demonstrated in court that any song you play backwards, you'll find anything you want to hear. Something. You'll find something, showing how easily the brain can create patterns and words. The PMRC has that little logo on the bottom. It says Parental Advisory Explicit Content. So it's pretty much telling the parents like, yo, before you buy this album, it has crazy stuff, just be careful. This group push on regulations on musical lyrics. Their concerns include violence, sex, drugs, alleged satanic themes. This led to the US Senate hearing about music lyrics. In the end, no censorship happened to lyrics and songwriting and all that stuff. But the world famous Parental Advisory Explicit Content was born. And this still appears on albums today, even though we use more digital platforms than actual. Now, psychologists actually did a study about this, about backmasking. It's pretty much an explanation of suggestion and expectation. Now, if I show you a song play backwards and I tell you nothing about it, you hear nothing. You hear static, you hear reverse, you hear some weird sounds, but you won't hear anything crazy or satanic. But if I tell you, yo, this song says, I love Satan, and I play it backwards, your brain automatically will find any kind of syllables or wording or sounds that sound I love Satan, which is crazy. And this demonstrates how the brain works, where the brain is going to create words and fill in the blank to really listen to what you told me to listen to. Now, we're getting towards the end. Did musicians actually use backmasking? Yes, but it wasn't to convey messages or to convey a satanic relationship with Mr. Satan over here. It was just for experimental purposes. The Beatles, Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin. These are some examples that use backmasking, but they were used for experimental sounds and just playing with reverse sounds and just experiments. That's pretty much it. It's just experiments. If you play something backwards, it sounds hella weird, and it's a very creative thing to do and to work with. And remember, this is back then where reversing a song actually took some work. So you doing it was like, wow, this is a whole different world. Let's practice this, Jimmy. You know, it's just crazy. And to this day, 2026, there's no credible evidence saying that bands and artists use backmasking for satanic messaging. The panic eventually faded as people started to understand psychology and how audio and sound works. Historians now see this as a wide satanic panic era. Not to say that there were some controversial moments. Lawsuits against musicians, against their albums and their lyrics, public protests, government hearings, and the creation of the Parental Advisory Explicit Content. Now, what do I believe about this? I do believe the brain loves to create things. It's what it's created for. It's created to protect us and to be creative. And I feel that if you tell the brain to listen for something, to look for something, it will. And trust me, as someone who has battled anxiety and overthinking, your brain is really good at creating things that don't exist and making you believe of things that never happen. If you have a record player yourself, play something backwards, you will understand that all you hear is noises and mumbo jumbo, and if you really pay attention, you will find something that will scare you, but it's not real. I hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna start involving more music conspiracies because I'm a musician of 20 years. I toured, I did so many things in the music world, and there's always so much history and lore and conspiracies in the music world. So I'm gonna slowly start involving this or just integrating this into this YouTube channel. I love you guys, God bless. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye!